this Chabad, nice sums of money. One day, this Balabos came to him and says, I have a problem. What is your problem? A very large firm came to me and suggested that I should invest a large sum of money in their business, and eventually, when that will succeed, as great as he is now and as much as he has now, will be many times over. But everything has its positive and negatives, it's a risk. So what should I do? So the Shliach says, sit down, write a letter to the Rebbe, and the Rebbe will tell you yes or no. So he sat down, he wrote and sent a letter to the Rebbe. 1 week passes, there's no answer. The other week passes, a month passes. In the meantime, the people of this large firm came and said, tell us, if you're not investing, we'll go with someplace else. If yes and yes or no. You don't know what to do. He went back to the Shliach and said, what do I do in such a situation? He said, the Rebbe used to say to consult with three people that are knowledgeable in this type of business and hear what they say. So he consulted with them and they told him, go right ahead. 2 months later, he receives an envelope from the Rebbe. And he was very disturbed, so to say, why the Rebbe didn't answer me when I needed it. So he took the letter and put it away in the drawer. He didn't even open it up. 18 years later, one of his daughters comes to him and says, listen, Tati, I'm meeting a young boy, a young fellow, but he's a Sephardi. And we would very much want to get married. And her father tells her, listen, my mother told her family we should not allow any Sephardim into our family. Therefore, as kibbutz M, I cannot help you and I cannot support you. I want to do a seder, you're not going to do anything. A week later, he calls her. He says, I want to tell you something interesting. This morning, I had to find something, and I went looking, and I opened up a drawer, and what do I see over there? The envelope that I received 18 years ago from the Rebbe, which was never opened. And he decided, I'm going to open it now. When he opens up the letter, the date of the letter was that day that he decided to invest into that business. And the Rebbe writes, it is worthwhile to invest. Hashem is the Eibishter will help him, Baruch Hashem. Then there's a P.S. You have to hear this P.S. And the Rebbe writes, and everybody, he showed everybody the letter. The Rebbe writes, Mikivan, Shekulonu, B'nei Avrom Yitzchak v'Yankiv, we're all children from Avrom Yitzchak v'Yankiv, Sarah, Rivka v'Leah, from the Ovis HaKadoshim, in Ovis HaKadoshim. Therefore, when a shidduch comes up, one side is Ashkenaz, one side is Sephardi, we don't hesitate if everything fits in, we don't hesitate to do the shidduch. And we have seen in many, many occasions when one side was Ashkenaz, the other side, and Baruch Hashem writes to the Rebbe, hey, Chaim, Reichem, a very pleasant life and a happy life, and they have Baruch Hashem children and everything is good. And there, when the Rebbe signs off, and says she'echot Sephardi, the echot Ashkenazi, ein zeh siba lemnoyet hashidduch. Because one is a Sephardi, one is an Ashkenazi, that is not a reason to hold off a shidduch. When he showed this letter to the Shliach, give the Rebbe, that's the Shliach in book. 18 years before this whole situation arose, the Rebbe already answered you. And why did you not open the letter at that time? Because the Rebbe felt that you don't have to open it open. We have many stories that we see that the tzaddikim, they control everything. And we have facts, we can see it in many, many places. Now, when the Rebbe wanted that Chas v'Sholom, there should not be Heder Sholom Bayis or Lack of Sholom Bayis, when you went looking for something like it says in Medrash by Moshe Rabbeinu, they wanted to test him when he wanted to take the crown of the king of Egypt. They wanted to test him. They took down one plate with silver things, with diamonds, another plate with hot coal. So when you put it down, so Moshe Rabbeinu was going to push his hand to take the gold coals on the Medrash. Came a Malach, and pushed his hand to the cold, to the hot coal. The Rebbe pushed your hand to this drawer because the Rebbe wanted to make shalom bayis. So 18 years before this happened, but the Rebbe showed his hand what's going to be, and the Rebbe made sure that eventually he's going to see the answer of the Rebbe, and Baruch Hashem, it was a beautiful wedding, they separated, and they're very happily married. There's a Rabbi Laz, he was the chief rabbi, and then the chief rabbi in Tel Aviv, and now because of his age, he had to step down as being a chief rabbi, and he used to come to the Rebbe very often. He told us on Meister. One of the